What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Brad, and today we're going to reassemble the engine bay on my GMC Sonoma. Now, as you guys seen in the intro, I went ahead and got all of those parts right there washed up, ready to go back in the engine bay. And right in that little pile there and that pile there, got most of the wiring that goes back in the engine bay. But we need to go take a trip to LKQ, and I'm going to show you guys why. So right here in the engine bay, you can see that I got this. This is my main harness right here, and it was chopped off by somebody, not me, but it goes back in through the firewall. And I found out that it also goes all the way underneath the dash. It doesn't actually unplug right here. It just goes through and keeps on going to a few other things. For me, that really sucks because it means that I'm probably gonna have to take the dash back out of the truck just to change out that wiring harness, because if I don't, then I probably won't ever get the truck to run. The reason for that is because, as you guys can see here, this wiring harness has like, how many? I don't know, probably at least 6 different orange wires there. There's too many of the same color, and they don't have any way of really distinguishing one from the other. So my best bet is to go to LKQ and try to get that whole wiring harness. And then this is the other one right here. All I know is that it runs all the way back towards the gas tank area, and the plug-in is cut off here for it. I don't have the plug-in that splices back into it, so I got to try to get that off of a parts truck. I've already got all my fuel lines. Those are what you see, they're all bent up. If you look way back down there, you can see that the plug-ins for my O2 sensors are cut and pretty much missing, so we're going to try to get that off of the other truck if we can find one. And I also need to get my exhaust piece off of another truck as well. So before I reinstall everything back on this engine bay, we're gonna run to LKQ and see if we can pick up the rest of the parts that we need. All right, guys, so I got my tools loaded up. We're gonna stop and grab us a drink and hit the road for LKQ. Alright guys, so we made it to LKQ. About to grab some tools and go in here, see if we can find all the parts we need. Well guys, looked at a lot of trucks today, found a few parts, but I didn't get the main wiring harness, and I'm not sure I'm going to, because all the trucks out here that it will work off of still have the engine in them, and it's really hard to get that wiring harness without the engine being gone. So I don't know, we'll go check one more truck. I already looked at it once, so we're gonna look at it one more time and may see if I can take it off there or may not. Let's go check it out. Alrighty guys, so I made it back home, and as you guys just seen, we managed to get our way through LKQ and pick up a few parts that I needed for the Acadia. Plus I got that main part that I was needing for the Sonoma here, which is that wiring harness that goes through the firewall. So that means that now we can finally start to put this engine bay back together. So this is the wiring harness right here that I had to take out of a truck out there at LKQ, which you guys seen. And most of this right here is what goes up underneath the dash, and then about right there is where it goes through the firewall. And as you can see, I got a bunch of other stuff laying out here. These are all the other wiring harnesses that I got to get back in the truck, and it looks like a mess, but hopefully I'll be able to figure it all out. Then I got a few other things laying up there that need to go back in, and this stuff over here in the corner that you guys see me wash up at the beginning of the video, most of it's just like wind shrouding that goes around the radiator, so I won't be putting that stuff back on today. The only thing that I will really be messing with is that heater AC box. That's got to go back on. And then in the bed of the truck I got my wheel wells, which those are basically the first thing that has to go on the truck, except for, if you guys remember when we took this thing apart, I'm gonna have to put the AC and heater box back on first, because the two bottom bolt holes down here, you can't get to them with the wheel well in. So that's got to go on first, and then we can put the wheel wells back in. But as you guys can also see, some of this wiring, I still have to remove it, because all them new wiring harnesses, well, not new, but wiring harnesses off of the parts trucks that I've acquired over the past couple months, replace all of this stuff that's chopped up in here. We're going to start removing all that wiring that's unnecessary, and then just start bolting things back together, rerunning new wires, and hopefully we'll get this thing knocked out today. Now before we go messing around with the engine bay, I'm going to pull the grill, the front bumper, and these two headlights out real quick. That way I'm not leaning up against them and messing up that new paint job. So I'm going to get that done, and then we can jump on that engine bay. Man, that's a lot of work, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know if y'all can tell, but my fiance's back with supper, so that means it might be time to end this video. I don't know. Got a lot accomplished. Got the wheel wells back in, got all kinds of stuff put back on. I may have even went a little bit too far over here, because when I put the new wiring harness in, it's gonna have to run up underneath this stuff and plug into the bottom of this fuse box, and then go even past that. So probably in the next video, when I go to put that wiring harness in, because I'm gonna have to remove the whole dash again just to do that, I'll end up loosening up the fuse box, the ABS module there, and the cruise control module. I'll have to take it all the back off the firewall again so I can get that new harness through there. But other than that, I can't get my fuel lines out yet because I need to go buy me a fuel line tool. And then as far as running the new wiring harnesses in, guys, I decided that it's probably best I wait until I get the engine and transmission in, or at least ready to put it in. That way I don't have all them wiring harnesses just hanging out there, and I really don't know where some of them run to. I know that the main engine one is going to have to probably be hooked up before we can put the engine in because it runs down to the transmission, but I don't know, I might be able to do that after the transmission and motor are in. Let me know what you guys think. But like I said, guys, the wiring harness is probably going to be in the next video, and hopefully we'll be able to do some other things to the truck as well. I really want to get my new tires put on these rims that we painted, so the truck doesn't look so ghetto with the paint all over those tires. But as for that, guys, it's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, smash that like button. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. And just like that, we'll catch you guys in the next one.